Hey, I just wanted to quickly rewatch this. This is me as Halby as the Red Zerg against Lissid, who is a Masters League Terran player. And I mean, this is a custom game, so I suspect he's trying this build for the first time, so it's not like this is going to be a perfect execution of it, but he's going to go for some kind of Marine SCV all-in. I just played the game, so I don't know exactly how many Raxes he's going to make, or whether he's going to get Gas or an Expo behind it. I think he does expand behind it, but we shall see. I do the completely standard ZVT opening, which is hatch, pool, gas, and an overlord. Yeah, baby, look at my overlord. And then at 340, you gotta send a drone down to make sure that bunkers aren't coming. But because I chased his SCV away, I didn't feel the need to transfer lots of drones. Usually I send all 6 drones down to your natural at 340 before the natural's even done, just in case of the 2 Rex pressure. But chasing that SCV away made me feel safe against it. And I was correct, it was not coming. So I do not scout whether or not he's got gas. If I did, I would know that 2 Rex pressure was coming eventually, but I'm not really worried about it because I'm going to get spines anyway, because if there are basically only 2 good TvZ openings, Hellions and Marine pressure. And both of them involve pressure, and spines hold them both off. Hellions won't show up until 6 minutes, so you can start your spines a little bit late, like I did here. Whereas Marine pressure will typically show up a lot earlier than this. So here we go. He's going to just do a 2 racks with pulling all but 6 SCVs, 7 SCVs. He supply blocks himself when doing it. His money's building up a little bit. And the strength of this is that SCVs obviously can auto-repair themselves, so any damage that you take to SCVs that don't die is like damage that wasn't really done. Marines are very high DPS and very low. Well, they're not very low health, but they're pretty low health. So SCVs tanking for Marines can be quite good. He's not going to put his SCVs on auto repair. Sorry, so he's missing out on that primary advantage, which is that SCVs can auto repair. I feel like that's a big mistake here. Because all the damage I've done to these SCVs over this so far would be just negated by turning on auto repair here. So he's going to knock down 2 spines and a queen, which sucks for me, and now I'm finally going to make zerglings. If I'd made a double spine at my front, I think they both probably would have still gone down, but I would have been happier. I almost always get the double spine, because if you put 1 spine here, you can't chase away. I mean, Hellions can just go around, so double spine is more standard. Whoops. So I'm losing queens willy-nilly, losing lots of stuff. This pressure is going very well, but at this point, I think it's time to go home. Here comes more Lings. Ling speed is done, and so Lings with speed, queens, and Lings against constant Marine reinforcements when you only have a tiny smattering of workers back home. I don't know. So even though he's done a lot more damage than he's taken, his income is nothing. I've got basically I've been on 16 worker income the whole time, where he hasn't. He's going to jam himself between 2 geysers, which is a smart move, but this second wave of 2 Marines with some SCVs not really cutting it. I think if this hadn't been a custom game, he probably would have transitioned out of this. But because he's just testing the build, he just came back with more SCVs, and now he's going to be dead. So that was it. Basically, the game, I mean, he just does it again, and it totally fails, because at this point, there's no possible way for him to come out of this with anything but a loss. I haven't ever, I guess maybe I've tried this once or twice myself, the Marine SCV all-in. It feels really dependent on what the Zerg makes. Like, if the Zerg is planning to be aggressive anyway and has already made 18 Lings, you're just gonna die, like, completely wiped. 3 queens, 18 Lings, 2 spines. There's nothing you can do against that. But if the Zerg was following the very, very standard practice of getting like 4 Lings and 1 or 2 spines and 3 queens, then it works a lot better. This was close. He almost won with it. I think if he had turned on auto repair and gone straight up into the main to kill my pool, and maybe put a bunker at the edge of the creep within range of my pool and just protected it with SCVs and Marines, he probably could have won. But you never know. Anyway. there's that. So yeah, I mean, there's a reason it's a relatively common all-in, and it's because it's decent.